Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the next deck of panning update. As you all probably know by now, this is a project that was created by Emilynmax here on YouTube. She is great. She created a lot of actually projects, this one and Project Graveyard included. Project Graveyard is also going on right now. I'm not doing that personally, but it is also an amazing project to check out. But I do love deco panning. I've done that for a couple of years now. I'm not sure exactly how many years I've done deco panning. Maybe 3, 4, something like that. But I do really like this project. It's a nice kind of, I don't know, like rotating mixed project that is prompt-based. I love having prompt-based projects. And the way this one works, if you are new to it, is that you use a deck of cards to pull your prompts. And your prompt, the prompt list changes every single month. So yeah, it's really fun and I feel like I can work on a lot of different products with a lot of different goals in this project, which is why I'm enjoying it so much. But I currently have 5 products that I'm working on in this project, so I'm going to jump into the progress on those. But before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So we're going to start off with the first product, which is this bronzer right here. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Matte Bronzer in the shade Light Medium. This is what it looked like when I first rolled it in. I rolled this one in for the prompt, in it for the long haul. So as you can see, I already had quite a big dip on this product when I first rolled it in, and I was able to pan on it relatively quickly. Since it is in for the long haul, my goal is ultimately to finish up this product, which I know is going to take quite a while. But I'm still enjoying it. A bronzer is quite easy for me to work through because I'm happy to use the same bronzer every single day. I do have a bronzer in my Panda face palette too though, so I do have to kind of split my attention between both of these. But overall, I'm able to get quite a high usage each month. The highest I've gotten is 28 uses, which was the second month this was in the project. And the lowest was 4, which was the first month. But on average, since those 2 months, I've gotten around like 15 to 20 uses. So as of the last update, this is what the product looked like then. And at that point, I had used this one 60 times total. And since then, I have used this one 19 additional times. And this is what it looks like today. So I haven't looked back at the footage, so I don't know if the expansion, like the pan has expanded at all, but I'm hoping it has. I think 19 uses is really good. It is my second highest usage month since the start of when I rolled this product in. So I'm really, really happy with how much I've been able to use it in the past month. So yes, that is it right there. The pan is relatively big now. I still obviously have quite a lot of product left. I hope that I'm able to get through this product this year. If it rolled over to next year, that would be really sad because I do want to finish this one this year. I think I might be able to still do it if I work on it really hard and use it consistently. But it's hard to kind of guess right now because I haven't looked back at the footage again. But if there is a decent amount of pan expansion, you know, that's always more motivating to see. So we'll see when I look back at that footage. But overall, really happy with the usage, and of course it's staying in. It is, like I said, in it for the long haul, and we do have, I think, 3 more months with this one. So I'm getting a little bit hesitant if I can finish it, but I'm still hopeful, and I do think this one is going to be in until the end of the year though, but we'll see. So that is the first product. The second product that I have rolled in at the same month, so it's also been in for 5 months now, and that is this eyeshadow right here. I rolled this one in for, can I remember what I rolled this one in for? Oh, Project Graveyard, because Project Graveyard is basically something that you worked on before, and this is a project that I actually had in this project earlier this year to hit pan on, but ultimately I do want to finish this eyeshadow this year, which is why I rolled it in again. So this is the Stila Magnificent Metal in the shade Metallic Peach, and my goal with this one is to reach 50 uses on it before I can roll it out. And I have been able to get some good use on it overall over the last couple of months. The first month it was in the project I used it the most. It was 14 uses then. And since then I have had, you know, some better months, some worse months. I had months with like 1 or 3 uses. But then I've also had some good uses again with like 9 uses, which I think is pretty good for an eyeshadow in a month. So this is of course what it's been looking like over the last couple of months. The pan has expanded pretty consistently, I would say. And last month the pan was relatively big. I was really, really happy with where this one was standing. As of the last update, I was standing at 27 uses total. So I still had quite a way to go. And in the past month, I was able to reach for this one 9 additional times. And this is what it looks like today. So yeah, I'm really happy with it again. Of course, there's still a decent amount of product left in here, but I'm really happy with how it's moving. And again, similar to the bronzer, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get through this whole eyeshadow this year, but I'm going to try my very hardest. But in this project, I'm now standing at 36 uses, which means I only have 14 more uses to go. I mean, that is potentially doable in a month, but realistically, I think it might take 2 more months to get this one out. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with where this one is. It looks like this now, so, you know, it's definitely moving along. But I do, again, like I said, still have a decent amount of product left in here. So I'm going to track along and see where it stands after those last 14 uses. If I don't have too much left in it at that point, I think I will just push through and try to finish it this year. And otherwise, I might just roll it over to next year. We'll see. But this one, of course, is staying in as well. The third product that I have that I'm currently working on in this project was rolled in for the prompt from your favorite brand or something like that. And what I decided to go with for that is something from Cleona. I would say Cleona is definitely one of my absolute favorite brands. I really do love them. I own most things from them eyeshadow wise. So yeah, it's a really, really beautiful brand. And what I decided to go with was the shade Line of Queens, which is a really stunning multichrome. And I rolled this one in for 10 uses. Yeah, obviously in the footage, I don't think it's going to move too much because, of course, it's only in for 10 uses. But in the first month, I reached for this one 3 times. However, in the second month, I didn't use this one at all. So it stood at the same place. In the third month, this was in the project, I only reached for it 1 additional time, which was quite disappointing, honestly, last update. I just felt like I shouldn't gotten more use out of it then, but I was standing at 4 uses at the last update. However, I'm happy to say that I have been able to reach for this one 6 additional times in the past month. And this is what it looks like today. So goal is now met with this eyeshadow, which I'm really happy with, because I was worried that this one was going to hang around until the end of the year as well, just because I only used it like a handful of time each month. But I was able to reach for this on 10 total times within those 4 months, which of course is probably longer than I would have wanted. But ultimately, I'm just really happy that it's rolling out now. So I do have it in this palette right here, and it's this eyeshadow right there. In the footage, you would have seen it on its own. But yeah, you can see there's a little bit of like disturbance in the pan now, but 10 uses on that. And again, this one will be rolling out, which means that we have at least 1 product rolling in at the end of this video. All right, so we have 2 more products to go. The next one I rolled in for spray, and I decided to go with one of my setting sprays, which comes from Milk. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray, which is, of course, a setting spray that's supposed to make your makeup last longer. So this one I rolled in for 30 uses. As of the last update, I had used this majority of the times already. I mentioned last update I might be able to, I might roll it out, but I decided against it because I still had 3 more uses to go. I was standing at 27 uses total. And of course, I'm happy to say that I was able to reach for this on 3 additional times. I had an easy out this month. I used it like within the first week or 2 of this past month. So this one has been done for quite a while now. I'm really, really happy with this. And honestly, there's not too much product left in here. You can see now like where it's sitting. I didn't mark this or anything throughout the project, but yeah, it's pretty low now. So this is definitely a product that I can easily get out next year in a project as kind of like a give me product. So this is also rolling out, which means again, we have 2 empties. Then we have the very final product that I have been working on over the past month, and that is actually a lipstick. This one has been in for 2 months now, and it rolled in for the Prompt Matches shirt. And I was wearing this really beautiful kind of orangey red jumper at the time. And I rolled in the lipstick from MAC in Lady Danger, which is again an orangey red. This one matched perfectly to the jumper, so you can see kind of what shade I was wearing on my clothes that day. But this one I rolled in for 15 uses. And in the first month it was in a project, I was able to reach for it twice. So, you know, not the best in a month, but I do also believe that last month I did pre-film that update because I was going to Sweden. So 2 uses in that month, which again wasn't the best. But I'm happy to say that I have increased my uses quite a bit in the past month, and I have reached for this one 6 additional times. So I'm now standing at 8, which means that I have 7 more uses to go. And I do think I should be able to get that out in the next month. Of course, that would be my highest uses month for this product, but I do kind of want to get this one out soon anyway, because I feel like this is more of a summery red rather than like a autumnal red. So I'm going to really push to try to have this one out. And again, I think 7 uses is definitely doable, especially because I already used it 6 times in this past month. And if I used to use it about the same amount of time and just push a little bit extra, I will have this one out next month. All right, so we do have 2 new products rolling in because I finished, or I met my goal on 2 of the products, the Milk Makeup Setting Spray and the Cleona Eyeshadow. So I have my deck of cards right here. I have already shuffled it, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And we're going to pull 2 cards to see what I get. The first one is going to be 8 of Hearts, which is primer. Okay, that's the first product. And then the second one is going to be, so the last card there was 10 of Hearts. I don't know if my camera caught it, but it kind of overheated, so I took my break and picked my products out. But 10 of Hearts was Gemstone, so we have primer and Gemstone. And I have already picked out my products, so let me share with you what I'm rolling in. So for primer, I went ahead and I rolled in this product right here, which is from Hamish. This is the Artless Glow Base SPF 50+ pH+++. This is like a sun cream primer type of product that I purchased earlier this year. And I haven't actually used it that much. I think I used it once, but I want to play around with this one more to see how I like it. So I'm rolling this one in for primer. It is, like I said, basically a brand new product, so I'm not going to try to finish it, but I'm going to roll this one in for, I want to say 30 uses. Not too much. No, I'm going to, no, I'm going to do 30 uses on this one. Why not push myself? So 30 uses for this primer, and this is going to be the first product that I'm rolling in. And then the second prompt was Gemstone, and I was thinking like what I can roll in, and then I remember that I have this palette right here already in a different project, so I thought why not include this one and work on another product or another eyeshadow in here. So this is my Utopian Dreams palette, which has obviously a lot of different shade names, and I remember that a lot of times these kind of special shades have some sort of gemstone in the name. So I decided to roll in this purple shade right here because I haven't used that one too much, and I do really love it, so I want to get some more use out of it. And that one is called Astral Amethyst Moon. So amethyst is obviously the gemstone, so that is what I'm going to roll in. And for that shade, I'm going to go ahead and roll it in for 10 uses again. So same as that Cleona eyeshadow, I think 10 uses is a good amount for eyeshadows, unless I'm aiming to hit pan on them. So 10 uses on this product and then 30 on the primer. So those are all the products that I currently now have in this project. For next month, I do think I can maybe hit my goal on this lipstick. I'm going to try to have it out 7 more uses. I should be able to do that. With this eyeshadow right here, we have the Stila Glitter and Glow as well. I do have 14 more uses on this one, which might be a little bit of a push, but I might still try to do it because I do ideally want to have some more rollers next month. So those 2 I might try to focus on. And then of course the bronzer as well as the new 2 products, I don't think I'm going to be able to have out next month, but we'll see what happens. I might surprise myself. I might be able to use that primer every single day and I get 30 uses, or I might be able to hit 10 uses on that eyeshadow already. I don't think this bronzer is going to be out though, but you know, you never know with that 2. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to try to still have 2 more empties next month with that lipstick and maybe that eyeshadow. But that is going to be it for this update. I do have Emily as well as the collaboratory playlist linked down below if you want to check them out. Other than that, I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.